Welcome back to Lakeland, Florida. I'm Adam Darcott, joined by Will Collins once again. A nice small tournament here today, a fun one. We're going to be featuring two players who already won their first games, just to see who can push on and see who can become potentially that top seed for later on in the day. We're going to go back to literally the two winners we've already seen on stream.
Yep. We've got Brady Smith and Emily Golub again. This is a small tournament, so sorry for putting them back on stream this early, but we do believe this will be a good game.
Yeah, no, I mean, both players executing interesting, exciting strategies throughout.
Sure.
So if the players just want to get ready, throw their headsets on, then we'll be able to get the game going as soon as possible. It'll be nice and easy, not too busy over here. A small one,
yep.
But very fun. We got our lovely Floridian view behind us. It actually looks great, but it causes a light issue if we mess around with it otherwise. So unfortunately, you don't get to share the views that we have down in Florida. I do get to laugh when people are like, "Oh, went to a Midseason today, walked through the snow." I'm like, that is unfortunate.
Shame, couldn't be me.
Yeah. Have you ever seen snow, Will?
I have, yeah.
In Florida?
I went to school. No, not in Florida. God, no. But no, I went to school up in Maryland.
Okay, so you saw it very briefly.
Sure, I've been to New York. Calm down.
You are a cultured man. I'm pretty sure TJ, our producer, has actually seen snow once, and I was there for it. So, yeah, that was a wild time. Yeah, that was a wild time. Anyway, teams are up. We've seen them before. With a quick rundown. Emily playing under name Shod. Not going to ask questions. Just going to let it ride. Stack Attacker, Palkia, Kyogre, Serena, Tapu Bebe, and Incineroar. I'm not even happy I just said that with Brady, Kyogre, Ho-Oh, Incineroar, Toxicroak, Amoonguss, and Landorus Therian.
And the puzzle in this game is going to be, as Brady was lamenting loudly pre-game, how he's going to deal with this Palkia. Incineroar doesn't like it, Ho-Oh doesn't like it, Kyogre doesn't like it, Landorus certainly doesn't like it.
Yeah, I mean, I'm looking at his team and I'm struggling. Even looking down the move list, I'm like, well, has he got any surprises? Maybe a no Moonblasts. I guess Amoonguss might be the play here. Try and get it to sleep, maybe Grass Knight a few times.
No, and
that's about it, really.
Much like the TCG, Palkia is going to be Emily's ace in the hole this game, I think.
Why would you, if you're a TCG player, why would you arches for Palkia?
The deck doesn't play Rescue Stretcher.
Oh, you're that desperate for Palkia. You're just like, I must dig this out. I'm sorry, Kingdra. Anyway, no restricted from Brady in the lead, Toxicroak and the Moongus. But up against that Palkia and Tapu Lele, gonna be quite honest, Emily definitely has the upper hand offensively.
Yeah, no, this lead definitely does not like taking psychic attacks from that Tapu Lele. I doubt Toxicroak survives one, and Amoonguss will be hurting.
Oh, yeah, definitely. I mean, here's the big question. Where's the spread psychic when you need it? Yeah. Quite honestly. Moongus is going to take the brunt of the blows here with a Rage Powder. Tapu Lele will taunt, so stopping those spores is probably quite nice. But, something big coming out from this Toxic Croak. A little bit of Poison Jam, trying to get rid of that Tapu Lele in return. Not enough, though. The Poison
But the Poison is very important, yeah. Especially since Emily revealed in the last set that her Lele was Focus Sashed.
Yeah.
So this Poison is going to be incredibly important.
Yeah, and I mean, I do quite like here. It's not enough. Oh, no, it hovered on 3 on my screen. I was like, that's ridiculous. But the big thing here, though, Emily just set Trick Room. Not only did she set Trick Room, she actually taunted the Amoonguss.
Yeah,
so I think that's exactly what she wanted.
Yeah, I think she's fine, actually, letting her Amoonguss go down, getting the free switch in here. I question the Serena, especially since she's taunted the Amoonguss, so Rage Powder isn't going to be a factor here. And certainly Toxicroak doesn't mind looking at that Serena. Yeah,
I mean, the big thing here is, what can Serena do? Could it maybe knock off a berry or something of that nature? We did see in Brady's game 1 that it's carrying a berry. So if you get rid of that berry, it makes it a little more manageable if you're trying to go for those maybe 2-hit knockouts. Certainly something a little bit different. But we'll see exactly what Emily decides to do here. She is going to be facing something different. The Amoonguss leaves the field. Oh, interesting choice. I mean, Ho-Oh's not the quickest of Pokemon, so maybe able to capitalize a little bit off that Trick Room. Palkia just on the offense, though. Spatial Rend. I've not seen about that. Toxicroak taking it so well, though, completely giving up information on its item. We're going to get the confirmation right there of the Assault Vest.
There's the Assault Vest, yeah. So it would have been nice to get that Assault Vest off prior to the Spatial Rend.
Yeah, the other way around.
But I think Emily is doing okay. She's not great here. Obviously, the Ho-Oh doesn't want to take a Hydro Pump from that Palkia.
Not at all.
But I think Brady is in a relatively commanding position here. The Ho-Oh is going to be fine to fire off Brave Birds into pretty much anything Emily has out.
Yeah, I mean, the Ho-Oh's really not threatened if you can avoid a big Hydro Pump or, you know, we didn't see Hydro Vortex from Emily. It was actually Dawn in the previous round. The big concern is, like, Serena's not able to do enough, so you're giving up that potential turn, you know, with switching it around. We do see the Stack Attacker come in this time, though, so probably in a solid position, as long as it can get another Trick Room on 2, you know, turn in there. Palkia's just going to keep on attacking, though. Spatial Ren is going to start tidying up the first of Brady's Pokemon in that Toxicroak.
Yeah, Emily making sure that Toxicroak isn't there to absorb a potential Hydro Pump with a Dry Skin or be able to cycle in and out for more fake-out pressure.
Yeah, that's the big thing as well. And also, not able to Drain Punch the Stack Attacker, not able to, you know, it's been pretty offensive for Brady here. So I do like it. Interesting choice by Brady. Bringing in the Kyogre, maybe giving a little helping hand there to that Palkia.
Yeah, I don't think Kyogre particularly minds going up against Palkia. It doesn't necessarily like having to attack into it, but I think the Kyogre really wants to start firing off strong, super effective hits on Stack Attacker.
Yeah, I mean, it wants to hit a Water Spout as soon as possible, and the fact it's paired with a Moongus means it's going to have that option to do that. That's not going to be a concern. You know, it's switched out after the taunt, be able to land those Rage Powders again, and it does become a little bit obnoxious as such. Emily now has to work through that Rage Powder. Especially
since in the last set we did see with Emily that her Stock Attacker most likely does not carry any spread moves, so a Rage Powder is going to be debilitating.
Yeah, and not bringing Rock Slide could be a problem here for Emily. Palkia leaving the field, so Emily, you know, only one Pokemon attacking in each of these kind of turns of Trick Room could be a little bit of a problem later, as the Z move just comes right out here. We didn't see a Rage Powder.
We didn't.
So if it goes towards Kyogre,
I'd expect this Continental Crush to go right into Kyogre, and depending on how these Pokemon are trained, we might see a crucial one-hit knockout.
Yeah, and this could be the difference actually when you're, you know, making those numbers count between the Stone Edge and the Rock Slide. You know, a lot of people when Gigalith was Continental Crushing back in the day were always using Stone Edge to make sure you get the hit, and there it is. That's the knockout on Kyogre.
And that is clean, no critical hit there.
Yeah, no critical hit needed. The Stack Attacker gets the Beast Boost. Honestly, two of the bigger threats already gone to the Stack Attacker, and the Spore gone to waste there, so that Amoonguss at risk in this turn as well.
No, I think Brady is still in an okay position here. Obviously, Ho-Oh doesn't like the potential of being Stone-Edged, but if we see a Rage Powder here, Amoonguss is going to take the brunt of that attack.
Yeah, name me a Pokemon that does enjoy being Stone-Edged, because there's not too many out there. Stone-Edge from Stack Attacker is rather nasty.
Especially at +1 attack.
Yeah, I mean, that Beast Boost causing a big problem here. I think, honestly, this Serena's just here to maybe buy a little bit of time. You know, catch something out that's trying to protect as well could always be nice. There's the Feign. So nothing's protecting, but hey, a little bit of chip damage, every little helps.
And crucially, again, no Rage Powder.
Yeah, Stack Attacker. Stone Edging right away. It's going to be certainly interesting. But this Amoonguss is now going to be forced to fight back 3v1.
Yeah, no, I think Amoonguss is not going to like this. And honestly, we will probably end up seeing a forfeit here from Brady. Try and preserve some of that information. Or maybe he fights it out and tries to eke out more information from Emily's side, like that Sweet Veil on Serena.
Yeah, I mean, Serena, well known for its Queenly Majesty ability. Always been a thing that, you know, has made it so popular. But if you've already got the Tapu Lele on your team, you've already got that protection in a way from those priority moves, may as well bring Sweet Veil anyway, and that Amoonguss probably so difficult to bring for Brady now to justify bringing it after what just happened in game number 1.
Yeah, no, and we saw Emily kind of position herself extremely well despite being on the back foot, and getting a very timely knockout with that Continental Crush to set her momentum ahead.
Yeah, and that was a big turn. No Rage Powders here. Certainly interesting. And I think if Brady was playing that game again, you know, knowing about the Sweet Veil on Serena, maybe you do Rage Powder a little bit more, and I think something like that could very drastically turn this game on its head. But, you know, Emily got her Trick Room up, she got her Stack Attacker in, and that's exactly what this team always wants to do.
Yep. And I think that trick of Sweet Veil is going to seal her game 1. And maybe it doesn't do anything after that, but putting yourself up in games against established players is extremely important. You take that momentum into your potential third game, and I think that's exactly what she needs to break through this defensive playstyle that Brady's known for.
Yeah, and he has to be a little bit smart about it. He's already made one change. We do see the Incineroar, which we didn't see in the previous game, partnered up once again though with that Amoonguss. The Incineroar probably able to put down a little more pressure than some of the other options. That fake out, if there wasn't the Psychic Terrain, would have been nice. But at least now it still has options such as U-turns, options like Snarl, which are going to be really important. I think getting a Snarl down would be huge here against both of these special attackers.
It's important to note that bar a potential Rage Powder, a double into that Incineroar could be crippling with Palkia's super effective attacks and Lele's high special attack.
Right.
None of these Pokemon particularly want to be doubled into, but here we are going to see a Rage Powder.
Yeah, I mean, I think Amoonguss is going to take one regardless of what it wants or not. The Taunt again. Emily very keen to make sure that Amoonguss is limited in its moves and force those switches. Palkia's Hydro Pump obviously being redirected there by that Rage Powder, but you know, it's better than nothing, I guess. As we do see that Snarl, so it's probably going to be the only one we see. I still think a double target this following turn would be huge over on the Incineroar.
No, but seeing that -1 special attack is going to try and put a halt to Emily's Rolling Stone here. The -1 special attack on Palkia and Lele, who are both obviously special attackers, but they don't have that sky-high special attack we see from like boosted Xerneas or Choice Specs Kyogre, so they're not going to be able to muscle through that deduction quite as well.
Yeah, there's definitely a switch needed, and Tapu Lele immediately leaving the field. Bring the Stack Attacker in, I quite like that actually. You know, if it can find an opening to do that. Snarl's not going to be a problem for it here in this Palkia. Maybe switching it up, maybe looking to try and weave in a Trick Room right now. We do see the Palkia's not moved yet. The Amoonguss has gone before it. The Amoonguss though potentially calling, as which Palkia takes the Grass Knot so well. Typing and sets up the Trick Room. So yeah, once again, Emily's got her Trick Room, she's got a Stack Attacker, and Brady's going to worry about that a little bit.
Yeah, Emily taking this open turn to get Stack Attacker in safely to set up Trick Room. She's going to be threatening that Continental Crush against basically anything from here on out. So Brady needs to be careful about what he's switching into a potential one-hit knockout. We saw in the last game, if Stack Attacker catches you with that Z move, gets that boosted attack, it's going to roll through your team in Trick Room.
Yeah, well, the Incineroar knows it's not going to be able to take it at all, so it does switch out for the Toxicroak. That could be an interesting kind of switch, if you will, saving that Intimidate for later. But, you know, there comes a point where if Palkia can get out and reset those Snarl drops, you're going to be in a good position. And even if Stack Attacker gets a knockout here, if you Intimidate it, it's just back to where it was.
Yep. And especially here, if you take out the Toxicroak, and it's actually going to go into the Amoonguss, so the Amoonguss might be able to shrug this off.
We'll see. I mean, it took a little bit of damage earlier from the Hydro Pump. Amoonguss not able to take it. At least Brady has some fake out pressure the next turn, but it does mean he's only bought one of his restricteds. That could be kind of crippling. The Hydro Pump obviously caught by that Dry Skin, so that's where you bring the Toxicroak here. And I think we would like to see Palkia switch out, but I don't think it's a bad turn for Emily.
No, I think mainly at this point the Palkia is there to serve as the distraction or get some chip damage so the Stack Attacker can hit into those weakened foes. But Stack Attacker, crucially, getting that attack boost on the last turn, Incineroar's Intimidate is going to set it back down to neutral. Stack Attacker threatens super effective moves against that Incineroar anyway, so even at neutral attack, it's threatening a knockout.
Yeah, I mean, Stone Edge has been so good for Emily, and she's hit every single one she's tried. Stack Attacker though, just going right with that Gyro Ball, trying to get rid of that Toxicroak and doing it with ease. This Palkia, you know, maybe caught by the Snarls, but still going to be able to do damage. That's not a concern for it. And hey, you've got another Beast Boost. That's fine. I'm just going to drop it again and I come back in after this U-turn.
Absolutely. And we see the Psychic Terrain sticking around is keeping Brady from cycling those fake outs and slowing down the Stack Attacker. Yeah,
Brady does seem to have a bit of an issue, I think, with the Tapu Lele on this side. You know, if this gets caught by a Hydro Pump, yeah, it's going to take it well. But then it's still got to deal with a potential Stone Edge the next turn. It doesn't even go with Hydro Pump. It's very smart to lock in a Spatial Rend here. Yeah, it's taking those Snarl drops, but hey, you've already taken the edge off Water Spout, and that's important.
It's also important to notice that Palkia's Spatial Run does have an increased critical hit chance. So even at those lowered stages of special attack, if you fish for a critical hit, you're going to ignore those and you're going to get out that boosted damage.
Yeah, that's so important to grab that. It's certainly an option. I think Palkia could just Spatial Rend until it gets knocked out. Because even then, I mean, you're just chipping things away. And then you've still got 2 more Pokemon in the back to switch in at a given time and just try and tidy up with. Brady's already down to his last 2, and only one of them is a restricted Pokemon. So we'll see exactly how this shapes out. Stack Attacker does connect another Stone Edge. This is bonkers.
Yeah, and that Stone Edge is going to one-hit knock out the Incineroar. It would have been interesting to see how much damage the neutral Stone Edge would have done to Kyogre, potentially just sealing the game right then and there. But we're going to see a Hydro Pump come out from Palkia on this Kyogre to get a little bit more chip damage.
Yeah, I mean, the big thing here is, you know, was it able to pick up the Incineroar? Probably double targeted. Does mean the Stack Attack is going to go down, not Water Spouting, opting for Origin Pulse, which is important, you know, being able to always do the same amount of damage with the chance of missing. The big thing here, though, the Psychic Terrain does leave, but all of Brady's Pokemon that needed it to go are already gone. So, not a great sight for your Kyogre, is it? The Serena of the backside of this game.
Yeah, no, that full health Serena is probably going to seal up this game. Kyogre is not super healthy, and we've seen Power Whips before knock out Kyogres, so I think it's safe to say that Emily has maneuvered herself expertly in this game.
Yeah, and I think this Trick Room Palkia team has served her so well, such expertise in the team, meaning, you know, who a lot of people consider the best player in Florida, and I think it's a tough statement to argue against. Brady is consistently up there on those championship point rankings. You know, not going to be able to go flawless in this mid-season showdown, no matter how small it is. Got to be winning these games.
And we see Serena pick up the knockout there, showing why Serena is on the team. And we're going to see Emily take that set 2-0. Brady was right. His team didn't have a way to deal with the Palkia, and even though he did snarl it several times, it proved to be a wall in a very reliable Trick Room setter.
Yeah, no, it was walling, it was setting Trick Room, and it was dealing good damage back in return. So certainly a solid choice, I'd say, if you're Emily. And she's only got one more round to go in as that #1 seed as we round out kind of the last round in a moment.
No, I think for sure Emily showing that her team has a very good counter Kyogre matchup, and it looks like a lot of the players at this MSS have brought Kyogre, so she's looking to make a deep run.
Yeah, we'll see exactly how it goes. One more game in progress right now. Really shouldn't be too long. We did have a little bit of lunch break. Sorry we didn't warn you about that. But, you know, one more game, and we'll be back with our final round of the Swiss portion of this tournament.